where I answer your specific questions that came from you, my listeners, fellow moms in my audience and community in regards to getting organized with kids.
Parenthood is challenging enough as it is, and getting organized sounds easier said than done. Now, combine these two together, and it's truly a balancing act that many of us struggle with day in, day out. If you're here, it's because you want to know how to get your life and home more organized and structured where the kids are involved too, so that parent life is a little easier and you can focus on what truly matters. Hey there, I'm Dianne Jimenez, owner and founder of One Tidy Place. I created this podcast because I know parents have their hands full. I know this because I have 3 kids of my own. Each week, we'll talk about all things organizing, teaching kids life skills, and contributing to the home, being on the same page with your partner, and raising your kids together while you tidy up, go out for a walk, or just need some real talk. I'm here for you. Thank you for tuning in. Are you ready? Let's do this.
Hey there, welcome to another episode of the Organized-ish Parent Podcast, and you're listening to episode number 73, where I answer your specific questions that came from you, my listeners, fellow moms in my audience and community in regards to getting organized with kids. So these questions were submitted to me, and I went live on my private but free Facebook group for mompreneurs. It's called the Time Freedom for Mompreneurs Facebook group. Don't worry, I'll be linking it in the show notes today, and anything that I'm referencing in this episode in today's show notes. So if you're driving and listening right now, don't search it up. Just head to diannejimenez.com/73. All right. Thank you for being here and enjoy. Hey everyone. So this is my first live in this private group. Thank you for watching this. So the purpose of these lives, especially in this group, is that I want to start doing this on a weekly where I'm answering your questions, your specific questions relating to trying to reclaim your time with kids in your business, trying to organize your home and finding systems and solutions for you so that you can reclaim your time. And also any kind of questions that you might have in regards to getting the kids to help out at home. All right. So that's that. Okay. I'm so nervous, but I think I'm okay. All right. So there were a couple of questions that came to me last week when I posted this on my profile on Facebook, and some were from DM, and some questions came in person to me. So that was really cool. So first question was concerning Tupperware. This person wanted to know, how do you organize your Tupperware? What is the best Tupperware solution, especially when you have kids emptying out the dishwasher or emptying out the dish rack and they're putting things away? So raise your hand or nod here or put a comment as you're watching this if you get it when other people than yourself are putting things away. Right now we're talking about Tupperware, and it's always a mess. It's never the way you want it to be. It's never the way you've organized it in your drawer, your cabinet, or your shelf. Okay. So it's a pain in the butt. It's annoying. Okay. I can attest to that. So there's so many solutions out there, and I've named a few of them in the past. This particular person was saying that putting the lids in a separate container and then just like piling up the bases together, it didn't work for her in this case, because that's what we do at home and it works. And in this case, it doesn't work for that person, and that's fine. But the first thing I would definitely advise is to ensure that your food containers are all the same brand, same format, structure. So what do I mean? The best storage form shape to have the best space, or that uses up the most amount of space in that drawer, let's say, or that cabinet, is a square shaped container. Okay. So if you're one to have squares, rectangles, well, square and rectangle, they're kind of in the same category. So those are ideal. But if you have that and oval ones and like half circle ones and circle ones and different sizes and all the shapes, all the geometric shapes in your drawer or your cabinet, well, for sure, you're going to have problems reorganizing things and finding whatever it is that you need. So I found personally over the years, we tried to streamline it to have one particular brand that we use. In our case, I think it's Rubbermaid. It's as long as it was square and they all can fit within each other and they what do you call that? The lids work together. We have been golden for I don't know, 10 years now. So, so the brand that we use, it's plastic. We have the Ziploc with the blue container and we have the Rubbermaid with the red container. For some reason, we were with blue only. And then I don't know how we got the red containers at our house, with the in-laws and the mom and everything. Our Tupperwares got mixed around. So we have the stable plastic containers that fit within each other. And I also have glass containers. I think it's a Ziploc brand. I'm not sure. I don't even know, but it's the glass containers with these snap lids. So we have those in square and rectangular. And I keep the lids, I mate them. I put the lids with the bases together and try to put them inside the bigger container and then close those. And they're stacked. So that is a suggestion. The first thing is to make sure that your food containers are all similar, ideally square rectangular, and that they're of the same brand, and that when you store them, you can Russian doll them and close the lids. And then if you need to put lids in a separate container, it's a lot easier because they're all of the same brand. So they fit nicely together usually. All right. So I hope that answers your question. And again, if you need more specifications or anything like that, like drop them in the comments or just let me know personally if you don't want to be revealed of who you are. All good. Okay. The second thing, this happened to me actually, it's towels. So towels meaning that when the children take out the towels from the closet, the drawer, or whatever, and you come to the closet or drawer to get whatever, it always is a mess. And how do I fold it? So we fold our towels a certain way, but how we store them is different. So our regular bath towels are usually stored like piled, like I guess regular people. It's folded a certain way and it's piled up. And we tell the kids, and I tell it like the family knows that the new ones are on top. So it's like it's a no-brainer. You just grab the top and you go. You don't grab the bottom one and everything flops over, but the routine is get the new ones at the top and then the old ones, the recently washed towels go underneath so that the older ones get from the top and it's easier that way. The dish towels, however, like the tea towels, the drying ones that you dry dishes that are in the kitchen, we fold them and we store them vertically so the family can pull it out that way, as opposed to storing it flat, stacked, and then, people are pulling out the bottom ones. That is just like a recipe for disaster. I've tried that in the past and then we quickly changed to vertical and it's so much easier. Now, that being said, the way you fold it and the way you store it makes a big difference on it not looking like crap after someone pulls something out. But it does happen where it still can look like crap. It happened at our house. My daughter was looking for a towel and she opened the linen closet and she pulled out one of the towels. And I think it was like a middle one. It wasn't the top one. It was a middle one that she needed. So she pulled it out and then she took off in front of me, in front of my own eyes. I was like actually witnessing someone who they don't care. They'll grab whatever they need. So if you get the chance or you get a moment and you see the towels all disarrayed or, in your closet, in your drawers, gather them. Come for a meeting. I'm going to show you how to do this properly. And that's what I did with my daughter. I actually said, no, come back. Look at what you just left there. And she's like, what? The mess. Does it look like the other towels there? And from my reaction, I guess, and her, stopping to look, she got it. It's like, no, you can't just take whatever and leave everything a mess. Make sure that when you're taking something, it's put back and it looks like it wasn't, I don't know, a tornado went through it. Okay. So having those 3-minute meetings to like gather everyone and say, hey, this is just going to take 2 minutes. Please put the things back properly because this is how it should look like. And this is how it was put like that. I put like that. I took time to put it this way. So please respect that. I live here too. It's not like a frat house and, free for all. It's not like that. So let's be respectful of the things that we remove and put back. So it looks like how it was before. Okay. So as my little parenting advice, little blurb that you can probably use to help with your family. I'm not going to say it's going to work every single time because, our kids don't always listen. There's always going to be a point where we have to repeat because they're kids. So hopefully with the consistency of repeating to them and saying, hey, can you put it back properly? Or can you check back again what it looks like? Make sure stuff like that. Hopefully it ingrains in them. But as far as towels and pulling them out, we fold them vertically so it's an easy pull out and have that rule of having the new one to be the one that gets pulled out first so it doesn't disrupt everything underneath. Okay? Whew. All right. So finally, the last question is tools and cleaning products for the bathroom. Now, they asked me, what are the tools that you use for the bathroom to clean it? And what are like the products that I use? So it's different from the kitchen so that my kids know it's different from the kitchen. Okay. This is huge because here's a little gross story about when my kids were a lot younger, when they're around 7, 6, 7, 8, the my two youngest ones decided to make something in the kitchen. I don't know what they were doing. I think we were making meatloaf and they wanted to help. And I wasn't there yet. I was coming to meet them. And they went to grab gloves because I said, don't use your hands yet because I just didn't want to deal with them washing their hands. So stupid. But so they decided to, like, oh, I know where gloves are. I know where to find gloves to do the meat. It's gonna be gross. It's gross. But when I went to turn around, I think I had laundry. I was putting it away, and I came back to the kitchen, and one of them was wearing gloves, and she had her hands in the meat, and it was the bathroom gloves that I used to clean the bathroom. Okay, it's gross. I know it was gross. Anyways, that's why it's very important when you decide to introduce your kids or reintroduce your kids to cleaning the bathroom, that you have separate tools for the kitchen and separate tools for the bathroom. Now, if your cleaning products are, for the anything like the all-purpose cleaner, okay, great. But the gloves, just make sure that you have like a kit there so that it's obvious to them and they're not running all over the house looking for this cleaner, that cleaner, this sponge, this cloth, whatever. Because once they leave the bathroom, the thought of oh, what was I doing again? Right. They're distracted. So try to keep everything within the bathroom area for cleaning. So the tools that I use for the bathroom, the squeegee after they shower, and I have a rag that is right near the shower that's stuck on, like, it's a 3M hook. What do you call it? Adhesive that's stuck on the wall, and my rag is right there near the glass, so that afterwards it's me wiping the chrome so everything looks nice and shiny. I also keep everything a same hook and rag for the sink in the drawer, in the cabinet, the door cabinet of the sink. I hope you understood what I meant by that. And all my cleaning products are under the sink, and I usually clean with a vinegar, soap, and water spray for the glass, and some harsh products for the Lysol for the tub because, all the soap grime and stuff like that. It's kind of gross, but all that is pretty much contained under the sink in the bathroom, and I have the same products for the basement bathroom. So that's that. If you want more details about this, I actually have a podcast episode that I had recorded way back in the early podcast days. So if you head to diannejimenez.com podcast 10. That's PODCAST 10. And click on that. It's a whole episode about that. It's actually the 3 tips to making your bathroom cleaning so easy, the kids will want to do it too. Long title, but you know what this episode is about. So head there to diannejimenez.com/podcast 10. All right. So that's it. I covered 3 questions, and I think that's a good amount of questions to cover during my Facebook Lives. And if there's any more that come up during the week, please let me know. And I will see you next week. Have a great rest of your day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.